Imagine the West Tigers, once a powerhouse of passion and pride, now crumbling from within as a beloved former captain unleashes a blistering assault on the very heart of the club, exposing secrets that could change everything. If you're hooked on NRL drama that hits harder than a late tackle, smash that subscribe button right now and join the roar. Chris Lawrence, the unyielding co-captain who bled orange and black for over a decade, stepped out of retirement's shadow with a message that sent shockwaves through the rugby league world. Having hung up his boots in 2020 after 253 games and a legacy of loyalty, Lawrence watched from afar as his former club descended into chaos. But this wasn't just any critique, it was a raw, unfiltered takedown of the boardroom battles that have plagued the Tigers for years. He painted a picture of ulterior motives slithering through the corridors of power, where personal agendas trumped team success. Fans held their breath, wondering if this was the spark to ignite real change, or just another storm in a teacup. As the dust settled from recent sackings, Lawrence's words cut deeper than any on-field injury he endured. He highlighted how competing interests had dismantled the progress painstakingly built under coaches like Tim Sheens and Michael Maguire. Remember those glory days of 2005, when the Tigers shocked the league with a premiership win? Lawrence evoked that spirit, contrasting it with today's turmoil, where board members were ousted amid whispers of power grabs. But here's the twist. Just as the club seemed poised for a rebuild with new talent like Jerome Luai, this internal war threatened to undo it all. Would the Tigers roar back, or fade into irrelevance? Diving into the heart of the conflict, Lawrence didn't hold back on the self-driven motivations he claimed were stalling the club's momentum. Reports emerged of heated board meetings where alliances fractured, leading to the abrupt dismissal of key figures like Barry O'Farrell. Lawrence, ever the team player, expressed disappointment not just in the decisions, but in how publicly they played out, damaging the brand he helped build. Fans speculated wildly. Was this a calculated move by Holman Barnes Group to consolidate control, or a genuine push for transparency? The suspense built as insiders hinted at more revelations, leaving everyone on edge for the next boardroom bombshell. Midway through this saga, the real surprise hit when CEO Shane Richardson, a seasoned operator brought in to steady the ship, reportedly considered walking away. Lawrence's swipe amplified the pressure, questioning if the endless infighting was worth the toll on players and supporters alike. Picture the locker room vibe. Young guns training hard, only to hear echoes of upstairs arguments. This wasn't just about egos, it was about the soul of a club that had endured wooden spoons and near misses. But could Lawrence's bold stand rally the faithful, or would it deepen the divides? Here on Aussie Sports Central, we dive deep into these NRL firestorms, uncovering the truths behind the headlines. Lawrence's call-out resonated because it came from a man who embodied Tigers' tenacity, surviving a horrific hip injury in 2010 that nearly ended his career, yet returning stronger. He urged unity, but his words exposed fractures that ran deep, from financial woes to recruitment blunders. As the league watched, questions loomed. Would the NRL intervene, or let the Tigers claw their way out? The cliffhanger intensified with rumors of potential investor interest, teasing a dramatic turnaround. The boardroom war escalated as Lawrence's social media post went viral, blasting the very foundations of governance at West Tigers. He mourned the lost potential, where self-interest overshadowed strategic vision, stalling stadium upgrades and fan engagement initiatives. Supporters flooded forums with debates, some siding with Lawrence's plea for change, others defending the board's tough choices. But in a stunning pivot, former players began echoing his sentiments, hinting at a growing rebellion. Was this the beginning of a fan-led revolution, or just fleeting outrage? Wrapping up the turmoil, Lawrence's swipe served as a wake-up call, forcing the club to confront its demons head-on. With the 2026 season on the horizon, the Tigers faced a crossroads: heal the wounds or risk further decline. His message lingered, a reminder that loyalty demands accountability. Yet, in true NRL fashion, the biggest surprise might still be coming: whispers of a leadership overhaul that could reshape the club's future. Thanks for tuning into Aussie Sports Central, where NRL stories come alive. Subscribe, like, and comment below. What's your take on the Tigers' turmoil? power cuts to black. A single heartbeat thumps. Then a whisper that slices the silence. They thought the club was safe, until the owners locked the doors and fired the chairman in the dead of night. In a move that has stunned the entire NRL, the West Tigers majority owners, led by the Holman Barnes Group, have executed a ruthless boardroom coup. 4 independent directors, including former NSW Premier and club chairman Barry O'Farrell, have been brutally removed in what sources are calling a calculated takeover bid. This isn't a resignation, this isn't a negotiation, this is a hostile strike to seize total control of one of rugby league's most storied yet struggling clubs. O'Farrell, the man brought in to steady the ship after years of chaos, is gone. The independents who fought for transparency and member voices, gone. Overnight, the balance of power has flipped, and the members who own 40% of this joint venture are waking up to a club they no longer recognize. What happens now will decide if the Tigers roar again or get swallowed whole. Smash that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. All Sports Updates is your home for every twist in this war. The takeover plan was surgical. At an emergency board meeting last week, the Holman Barnes Group flexed their 60% muscle and rewrote the Constitution on the spot. New rules mean they can now stack the board with whoever they want, whenever they want. No more independent voices asking hard questions about recruitment disasters, million-dollar coaching payouts, or why the club has become the laughingstock of the competition. Insiders say the tension had been building for months. O'Farrell reportedly clashed repeatedly with the private owners over strategy, spending, and the direction of a club that hasn't tasted finals football in over a decade. But nobody expected the axe to fall this hard and this fast. Members are furious, former players are speechless, and rival clubs are watching with popcorn in hand. This is All Sports Updates, dropping the news first and fastest. Hit that bell so you never miss a second. The big question, is this the ruthless reset the Tigers desperately need, or the final nail in the coffin of member democracy? The new regime says they're here to win premierships, not popularity contests. Critics say they're turning a proud club into a private plaything. One thing is certain, the next few weeks will be explosive. Expect legal threats, emergency member meetings, and possibly the biggest protest Concord has ever seen. The Tigers are either about to be reborn in fire or burned to the ground. This is All Sports Updates. Subscribe now, join the fastest growing sports channel in Australia, and let us know in the comments, takeover or tragedy. We read every single one. See you in the next drop.